I might regret telling this one. Okay, so I went to Belize for a month for work. I shouldn't have said that work part, but whatever. And somebody who was involved in our work, we were working with at the time for a month, was this gorgeous Cuban man named Ricardo. And he had the perfect brown skin and these green eyes that just were hypnotizing. So I knew I couldn't do anything with him because technically I was there for work. I was with my friends / co-workers, and I didn't want to be inappropriate. But I was definitely looking at him the entire time. So as it goes on, we're hanging out for the first week, we're hanging out for the second week, and he is literally wining and dining the entire crew, showing us around. He's Cuban, by the way, but we're in Belize. Showing us around, bringing us to restaurants, bars, paying for everything. He then brings us to his private jet, which he happens to have. So then I learn on top of his good looks and on top of his suave personality, he's now rich. Anyway, we skip forward to 3 weeks into it, and I cannot handle myself around this man. He is so good looking, and he is so, like my entire crew, even the men who were there, had it for this man. They were all like, if you don't fuck him, somebody's gotta fuck him before we go back to Canada. I was the only one that was single, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it if I absolutely have to. Anyway, this guy Ricardo, not his real name, by the way, he says one day finally, let me take you out tomorrow. Okay, that's a fucking horrible Spanish accent. I'm sorry if anyone is Spanish in here. And I say, okay, sure, where are you gonna take me? And this motherfucker pulls up, so he says, meet me on the beach by the dock. Does he sound like German now or something? So I go to the beach, and I'm sitting there, and I got my little day bag, because I have no idea what we're doing, what to be prepared for, and I'm waiting. This guy comes in on this massive motorboat, and he spins it. You know when somebody parks in like a race car video? How the back ass spins out, but he like perfectly fits in there? That's how his boat swung around. And I'm there, totally juicing right now, right? Just based on his parking skills, going, oh my God, he even parks good. So I walk up the dock with my little day bag thinking, shit, I should have brought way more stuff, right? I should have been way more prepared. And I get in, he says, take a seat, I take you for a ride. Okay, so I'm sitting in the back. This motherfucker brings me to a private island that he owns. So nothing is on the private island. We're talking just trees, sand, and the most beautiful clear blue water you have ever seen in your life. Not a soul. I'm like, so wait, you own this? He's like, yes, I'm going to develop buildings and hotels, but for now it's mine. I'm like, Jesus Christ, could you be any better? So we pull up, there's no one around, but you can hear the howler monkeys in the background. And we're on the beach, this guy packs massage oil, snacks, a cooler full of wine, cheese, crackers. Happens to have a condom on him, by the way. Should have been a hint, right? So he comes out, we're having a good time, good conversation. He gives me a full massage. One thing leads to the other. And he's now going down on me. So I'm lying on this beach thinking, this is like a goddamn episode of The Bachelor. Like, I'm on a private island. I'm looking at the sun and the fucking birds flying by. I'm hearing howler monkeys. And there's this goddamn gorgeous Cuban man right between my legs right now. So as I'm having this thought, there's a boat that swings around. So we're kind of like in a U-shaped island. There's a boat that swings around. I panic, cover my nipples for some weird reason. Don't know why that was my first instinct. And so I'm laying down, he's going at it, and I kind of do one of these, and I'm looking at the boat. The guy driving the boat. So my thought, I didn't want to fucking stop him because I didn't know if he'd go back to it, right? So I'm like, you continue, do one of these. He notices what's happening. The boat slows. He's like, okay. And they continue to go in the other direction. So we do our thing. We're going back home. He doesn't have a light on his boat, and we need to get back before it gets dark. So we're driving. I'm having the best day. I'm sitting in the back, just looking at him as his, shirt is blowing in the wind. And he stops in the middle of the ocean. And right now, we're in a position where you can't see anything in any direction. We are literally in the middle of nowhere. And he stops his boat, and I'm sitting on the back. And I get a little seasick every once in a while. So I'm going like this, going, okay, we should continue going. I don't like this feeling. I have something to tell you. Okay, cool. No, but I really have something to tell you. Cool, tell me. I killed a man. Sorry, repeat yourself? I killed a man. Like pretend killed or like killed? Like, is he dead, or you mean you're joking? Was it a whole... So he stops the boat, and he literally tells me this entire story, because he said, if you look my name up... So I didn't even know who he was. He was under an alias. He was not even supposed to be in Belize. So he's literally in Belize, hiding out for his life, and gave me all the wrong information. So I literally don't know who this dude is. He tells me this story, and the best part is that he killed the man with his boat. So they're on his boat, there's a group of guys, they get into a fight, he pushes this guy off the boat, spins around and chops him up with his motherfucking propeller. I am not kidding. So as he's telling me the story, I'm going like this from my purse, going, I need to text my friend that's back on the island because this might be my last day, like I might not make it home. So I'm subtly, if this can be subtle, doing one of these, trying to reach for my cell phone, and I have my cell phone under my thigh going, how the fuck am I gonna text without him seeing that I'm texting? Don't have the opportunity to do that. He tells me this story and he says, before I bring you home, I just need to know that you're not going to tell anyone, and if you see my name online or see any information, we didn't meet. I'm like, oh my God, of course. You're awesome, and I had an amazing day with you, and I will never tell anyone. I still want to date you, as a matter of fact. Do you want to go back to my place? I'm trying not to get motherfucking murdered. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you anything at that point. So I said, do you mind turning back on that boat? No, and let's just go back to the island. Okay, I come to your place. Sure, come to my place tonight, whatever you want. Yeah. So we go back to the island. He goes home. He says, I'm going to call you later on. I'm gonna come over to your place. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm thinking of all these plans of like, how am I going to get away from this guy? What excuses am I going to use? So we text later. I end up going to dinner with my work friends. It was so hard not to tell them, so of course I had to tell them because I did not know what to do. What are you gonna do? You're gonna keep that shit inside? I was panicking, right? This guy could still murder me at some point. So I tell them, the head of the crew is like the queen of research. So she's like, I gotta go back to the hotel. I gotta look this guy up. I said, don't. That's exactly what he asked me not to do. I gotta do it. So she literally just disappears. I go back to my hotel and he sends me a message. What time do I come tonight? I'm like, oh, I'm feeling really sick. The boat, swaying. I gotta puke. I don't know. Like making up every excuse so I don't see him. We go home 2 days later. I've literally avoided him for 2 days. As we're leaving, a coworker of his is walking us out to go to the airport. And we pass by this cute little Spanish girl comes walking by. And she's like, oh, hello. And I said, oh, she's cute. And he says, let's call her Melinda. I don't know, that's a horrible Spanish name. He's like, oh, hey, Melinda. And I said, oh, cool, who was that? Oh, that was Ricardo's girlfriend. Girlfriend? Hold on, he's not only a murderer, he has a girlfriend? He says, oh, yeah, she just lives right over there. So where my hotel room is, they are literally across the walkway. Like, I could see her window from my window. So how long have they been dating? Well, about, like, 2 years. Cool! Do I go tell her? Do I not go tell her? I'm like, I'm going to go home. So I walk to the lobby. My partner, my business partner, comes down. She says, oh, I got some dirt. I did some research last night. I got some dirt. I said, to be honest, I don't want to know. I want to go home. I want to pretend this situation never happened. Never want to hear of his name. It is out of my brain. So weeks go by, and I literally told her not to tell me. Weeks go by, and she texts me, and she said, so I got some information. Do you want to know? No, I don't care. A few more weeks go by. No, really. Like, I got some information. You want to know this. I said, fine. She said, so somebody outed him. They found him. He's been arrested. I said, okay. She said, he's in the United States right now, and they just started his trial. So this went on for weeks and weeks, and she's consistently giving me updates. Anyway, the end of the story is that he was charged with manslaughter in the U.S. and is now in jail for 25 years to life. I fucked a murderer. Thank you.